Alright, long story short, we're in a $1,500 E30 going to pick up a $2,500 E30, so yeah, you're tagging along for the ride on that one. Eek! Okay, I'm up. It ain't in focus. Show the yogurt. Apparently, yeah. This guy, yeah. We're gonna get jumped. Alright, you gotta find out if he's here yet. Oh man, dude, it's quiet now.
I know. Silence.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we're at the shopping center.
Okay, I'll be over there in a second.
Cool, thanks.
Alright, boss.
You don't look like an E30.
Hey, yo,
we got
Paul.
a Mustang.
Hold up.
Well, I don't hear it. So
I'm listening for the sounds of a luscious straight six. Oh, there he is, dude.
Where at, dude?
He over there.
Oh, you look good from the passenger side, but
There
wait till you see the
it is.
driver's side. Hit that shopping cart. Oh, look at this character.
Alrighty.
I'll say just go right. And then left.
Left doesn't make a left.
Yeah, make a left.
These are some throws on this.
I know, it's
shift
far
that
as hell. Yeah. Did you say you have 2 E30s or just that other one?
Just the blue one. I've owned 2 other ones. They're pretty good. I like them.
Yeah, I mean, anything under E46, I love.
I have I like daily kind of for when I'm in college. I have an E46. It's a 330 CI. They got 5-speed and the hardtop.
Nice. It has a hardtop?
That's sweet. And then I'm fixing up a wagon right now. It's a 5 Series E39.
Sweet. I looked at one a little ago.
Yeah.
For how much did you pay for yours?
The wagon?
Yeah.
2,500.
Oh wow. Oh right, sorry. And then stay right.
Stay right.
Yeah, stay right. Yeah, this. I mean, I got mine. My E30. The other one I have was my first car. I got it 3 years ago now for $5,000. It's an IS or a convertible with limited slip and a sport package. And got it for $5,000. No rust, really clean paint. Like really like I think on like and then right now I think I would probably sell it for 10.
It drives pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Other than that little shimmy, it drives better than that blue one.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a little light. Probably needs mastering sleeve. It's just a project.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that fuel pump and all that wires up front.
Yeah, I don't know.
Other than that, everything's there.
Yeah. I was thinking about taking that steering wheel, but
Thank you for not.
yeah, that steering wheel's nice.
Yeah, technically.
But I did the plugs. It did have a little bit of miss at like full throttle, so that's why I did the plugs, and it needed it. They were bad, but it was it's all good.
The UPS at the car meet.
Yo, you pulled up. Alright, so I figured I'd do a little bit of an update. Another cheap E30 has been purchased. But with that in mind, I figured I'd take the opportunity to explain a little bit better what just happened. So the car I'm driving now, which is the car we drove 3 hours south in to pick up that car, this is an 87 325 coupe, and I purchased this a couple months ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that, so definitely check that out if you want to keep up to date on all these shenanigans. But yeah, it's got somewhere over 300,000 miles, unknown, odometer doesn't work. The steering wheel shimmies a little bit, but what you gonna do? It runs and drives, and it hadn't left us stranded yet. And this is the second long trip we've made, because this car actually started with a silver driver door, but we drove it again to Virginia to pick up a blue door. It's not the right blue, but it's blue, so that's better than silver. But anyway, so this thing is a real gem, a real nugget, if you will. And this was $1,500, but last night, Jacob, who bought this car, found that car, which was $2,500. It is a 325 ES, so it's a sport package and also a gem. That was $2,500, which I guess the sport pack is worth $1,000. I don't know, but yeah, no, these are both dirt cheap. If you follow the market on these E30s at all, you'd be aware of that one. So yeah, we are driving these home. Won't really be able to give you a fantastic look at either of these cars until we park up, but whew, looking forward to that. It's been 3 hours each way, thereabouts, and I think we're about halfway done on the way home. We'll see. But anyway, with all that in mind, I'll catch you on the backside, and we'll give both of these cars a look over, let you check them out a little bit. All right, so we're a couple days in the future here, but both cars got home safely, and I guess we'll just go ahead and walk around both of them. Got Jacob here, the proud owner of these fine machines.
Not proud at all.
So, what are we looking at here? This is the first one of the bunch that you bought.
Yeah, so this blue one here is an 1987 325. It's an ETA, so it has the M20 D27. It's a lower revving motor, a little less horsepower, but a more torque. Yeah, I mean, here it is in all its glory. Paint fade. It is not royal blue metallic anymore. It's more of a royal blue metallic and Nardo gray collab.
All right, so tell me a little bit about how you found this car.
So, like most of my cars, it came off of Search Tempest, which is just Craigslist, but listed for all the states.
Not a sponsor, by the way.
Not a sponsor, by the way. But yeah, it was posted for $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
And with the way the market is right now, it's steel, being a 5-speed running and driving E30.
For sure.
I was at Florida at the time because I go to college down there, University of Central Florida. I ended up calling the guy, and he's like, yeah, you're the first guy that's called. And I don't think he was expecting the amount of interest he would later end up getting.
Yeah, it was an older guy. It turned out he bought the car in, what did he say, 92?
92.
Yeah, so he was the second owner of it.
Actually, the original title had only, what, 50,000 miles or something crazy.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, called him up, and he was like, yeah, I just don't want it to get cut up and raced and that's not what I was planning on doing. So yeah, being in Florida and the car being up here in Maryland, I had to get Braden to go give the guy the money. But yeah, I had Braden drive up. It was what, like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
But that's kind of where you...
Yeah, that's where I kind of came into the story there. It had only been listed for 15 minutes there, and I got on the road when you called me, and I show up, and there's some kid looking at the car, and, you know, I assume that he's there for the car as well. And so I approach him, he sees me parked next to it, looking at it, and he's like, oh, do you own this thing? I'm like, nope, I came here to buy it. And he's like, oh yeah, because I saw the listing on Craigslist and I was familiar with the car because I live in the neighborhood, and I wanted to come out and buy it. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go talk to the owner and hopefully buy it.
Yeah.
And so I just told that kid off real quick. And I felt kind of bad. He was there with his dad, and I could tell Dad was just tagging along. He's like, man, this thing's a piece of junk.
Maybe we did him a favor.
Yeah, I think we did do him a favor, but you know, it all worked out. Yeah, so you know, you were very close to not getting this thing.
Yeah, well, and I think even as you said, as you were leaving, his phone was blowing up.
Yeah. Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, and
he showed me too. It was crazy.
That's the thing with these is like if you want a cheap one, you gotta look times a day.
Gotta be on it.
Is the unfortunate fact.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, it's not bad. I think we already covered royal blue on the tan vinyl comfort interior. It's an ETA.
Yeah.
It's got a crank sunroof, which is cool. I mean, it's not an uncommon thing.
Right. It's cool if that's what you're into. I mean, it's kind of nice pushing a button, but that just breaks, doesn't it?
It does break. It does break.
Well, we can pop the hood real quick. Take a look what's going on under there. So we have done a little bit of maintenance to this thing. It hadn't just been turnkey, so to speak.
It has been for the most part. Like
more or less.
This thing deserves a lot of credit for how well it's done. But yeah, we just said it's an M20 B27 being an ETA.
Timing belt.
Timing belt, water pump thermostat.
Yep.
Coolant, and I think we did spark plugs. It just needs valve cover gasket.
Yeah, it's leaking a little bit, but so are they all.
There's a couple coolant sensors. It does have like a kind of funky idle every once in a while, which you've probably already seen. And I believe that is the car thinking it's still cold and giving it more gas to try and warm itself up. But all in all, 1500, can't beat it.
Yeah.
I think I put close to 1,000 miles on it since I got back up here from Florida.
It's hard to say because the odometer's broken, but
the odometer is broken. But all in all, it's been good.
It's been very solid.
We had a gas pedal mishap on the Beltway. Other than that, though, I mean, it keeps on ticking. So,
yep.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess that's all I got on this thing. We can talk about this thing real quick, which is what I guess inspired this video to begin with. So what are we looking at here?
It's a 1986 325 ES. So it's almost the same exact car except it has a sport package.
So what did the sport package get you?
Sport package got you, in general, throughout the whole year range, I believe it got you Bilstein struts and shocks. Got you a small wing in the back, spoiler, sport seats, the sport interior, and then on the earlier cars you got this air dam. So the ES was the first integration of the sport model, and it came out in 1986, and then 87 they came out with the I model, so that's your M20 B25. And this air dam only came on the 2 years, 86, 87. And after 87, the cars kind of got facelifted a little bit. They went to a metal valence, not the small bumpers just yet, that happened in 89. But in general, sport package just got you slightly lower suspension, stiffer shocks, struts, and interior is a little different.
Yeah, we can take a look at that real quick.
Yeah, this one's a really good example.
Oh yeah, she is
of what a nice interior would look like.
Showroom quality, if you will.
Leather doesn't. Oh yeah, this is broken too right here.
Yeah, that thing sounds like gunshots when you open the door.
But
yeah, leather sports seats.
Leather sports seats. Oh, M-Tech 1 steering wheel. Can't forget about that. All these cars also got a 12-button onboard computer.
Yep, which actually still works. Backlight and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about how you came across this thing and found this one.
Okay, so I was in the drive-thru at Donut Connect. And this is at 12 a.m.
Right.
By the way. And the car in front of me is kind of taking forever, so I was just like, all right, well, let's see what's on the marketplace. And this was in the recommended. I didn't even search anything. And for $2,500, this is what you get. But yeah, some kid selling it. He traded A4 wagon to another kid plus cash. I hit the kid up, and I got a response back around 7 a.m. And I think there was another guy in line for it. I ended up just sending him a deposit, and we drove 3 hours in the blue car.
Yep.
Which I'm sure you guys saw.
Y'all tagged her along for that one.
But yeah, it made it. I think it was about 180, 190 miles.
Yeah, it made it just fine. She's got a couple quirks though. I guess we'll pop the hood.
Talk about that.
Talk about that a little bit.
It's gonna look awfully familiar because it's the same exact motor. The big glaring thing, if you can't tell, is the rat's nest of wires running to the fuse box. So this was not disclosed to me. Would I have walked away from the car? Probably not. But we got a really strange inline fuel pump.
Yeah, it's just kind of hanging there.
And I'm glad they didn't put it on the header side.
Yeah.
But it's still weird.
And it occasionally smells strongly of gasoline.
Fuel, yeah, so.
What you gonna do? It runs pretty well though, all things considered. You know, when it's cold,
Yeah,
she doesn't really.
Weird. You gotta like you gotta do your little dance to get it to start. I assume it's because as the car sits, it doesn't have any fuel pressure, and it just will kind of crank until it builds enough pressure to get kicked off and started. But yeah, $2,500.
Hard to beat.
It's not hard to beat. Like, these cars are terrible for the money. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. Get yourself an E46. For the money, a lot more car. E39, those are good cars too.
Yeah, well, you heard it here first, because this guy loves E30s.
Yes. My first BMW was a 86 325 ES.
Yep.
Alpine white.
And he's been chasing that high ever since.
And I got it and then some. And I'm on my low right now.
Right.
And it's not good, guys. So, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is what $4,000 collectively will get you, E30 wise,
if you're diligent.
Looking every single day.
That's your advice for the people at home who aspire to be like you.
No, nah, you don't want to be like me at all. But nah, anyway, that's about it. So yeah, if you want a cheap E30, good luck, because I'm gonna probably get it before you. I'm joking, but I'm done buying E30s for a little bit. I say that.
Yeah, he says that. There's gonna be a third. There almost was a third one a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, we don't really want to talk about that one a whole lot.
We'll go, not in this video, but we might touch up about it later. But yeah, the only advice I can give is go on to Search Tempest. I don't know what the exact symbol is, but there's a vertical bar. So you can, instead of just searching one thing at a time, put in BMW, put in 325 ES, IS, whatever you want. Because a lot of the older people selling these cars, which is where you're gonna want to buy them because they haven't been ragged on. This car has been ragged on, the blue one not so much. But what you want to do is you want to put in all the search terms, because a lot of people that have owned these when they were new didn't realize it's called E30. It's called 325 ES to them, or 325 IS. So when you search that. It'll give you more options, you'll see more cars, you don't got to search each thing individually. You just do it all in one search. That's what's good about Search Tempest. And it also brings in everything from all the states and everything. So if you don't mind driving, that's another thing too. But yeah, that's about it. So
yeah.
Any other questions? This one's Zinno Red, if anyone's wondering. It'll be about the same color as the fire will be when the fuel pump gets on fire.
Yeah, there you go. And both of these are for sale, as everything is always, for a price.
Yeah.
So,
you might see a listing or two.
Yeah.
I got this E39 wagon, and I want to bring it down to Florida, so I'm gonna put money into that. So these two will probably go. This one is close to me saving it.
Yeah.
But that fuel pump scares me.
Yeah, that's a
So
That's a fun one.
I'm gonna pass that on to its next caretaker, if there is one.
Highest bid in the comments gets it.
Yeah, get it going.
Hey, maybe a combo deal. Maybe if you want two.
Two 5-speed cars. So
That's hard to beat.
It's
Where are you gonna find that?
right here in Southern Maryland at Jacob's Used Car Lot.
There you go.
So I'm about 1 car away from getting kicked out of the house. So if any of you guys got free storage, give your boy a holler.
Yeah, hit us up.
And we will leave oil stains. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, both cars are not terrible. They both got their little here and there's. Both run and drive and stop. They don't overheat. I mean,
yeah, hard to beat.
But yeah, that's about it. We'll wrap the video up. So
in conclusion,
this is what $4,000 will get you in the E30 market.
Yep, the cheap E30s are still out there.
Diligently. So yeah,
just got to be on them.
Search Tempest and Marketplace are the main two. You might even get lucky and go on your local classifieds. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's all I gotta say. I don't know.
All right, we'll catch y'all in the next video. Maybe these cars will stick around momentarily, or maybe someone will scoop them up.
We'll see.
Hard to say. I have a feeling this one of the two will probably be around a little more, just because it's more mechanically sound. But that's all up to you.
Yeah. This one, yeah, if you guys want to shoot, if you're in Maryland, shoot an offer on this one.
Yeah, come pull up.
I'll tell you everything you need to know. We won't hide anything like the kind of last guy did. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Yeah, thanks guys.
See ya.